Pre-flight diagnostics beginning. Engines check. Weapon systems online. Shields 100%. Onboard computer operative. Diagnostics complete. Setting destination for adventure, standby. Warning, hangar bay doors opening. Everything is set. You are now clear for takeoff. Estimated arrival time, 5 minutes. And we are off. We'll make the jump once we've established connection with the rest of the fleet. Connection established. See you all at the Star Park. We've made it. Alright everyone. Let's get this party started.
Hello everybody, happy Pizza Friday Eve. You know, I think I finally understand why I really like that opening intro so much. It's because it's one of the only times that we get to see the three main casts like all on the same screen. So Loaf, Haywire, and then myself. And, you know, because you think about it, it's like, usually it's me up on main stage, and then when Loaf takes the camera, is usually when I'm AFK, and I'm having him guide you through the Brushtail Star Park. So it's very infrequent that all three of us are on the same screen at the same time. The triple threat. But yeah, hi everybody, hello, Kiru, hello, how are you doing? Welcome on in. Drac, I saw you earlier, hi, hello. So yeah, tonight we're gonna vibe out, we're gonna chill. It's probably gonna be a lot of chit chat, this evening. With a little bit of art sprinkled in, which is actually perfect because in terms of like our to-do list on the menu tonight is actually pretty light. I want to at least get started with the water crystal tonight. Cool, thank you so much for the three. Wait, is it 3 or 5? Five. There we go. It says 5 right up there. Thank you. Cool. So we're gonna get a hopefully the water crystal mostly done tonight, and then halfway through the stream, what I want to do is I want to transition over, and you're gonna get a little bit of a sneak peek on some more Project Loaf stuff, because I really need to start fleshing out a storyboard for Serena. So that I can commission her properly. So you'll be seeing some like deep lore, I guess, tonight. Because like as I'm trying to do all this stuff, right? So I realized that the entire month of June I'm gonna be very limited on my free time. Just because like we're winding down the year. My work is crazy right now, like super crazy. Like today was I mean, for the most part it was okay, but it was a little hectic. So tomorrow is the last day of school for the campus. However, I'm working summer school, so I'm going to be continuing on through the month of June. And so I've been like scrambling about trying to like come up with these daily activities and stuff like that for the summer school portion. And then, of course, you got the kiddos who are just, like, ready for school to be over, and they know it. And so you've got these little energetic batteries running around. And since it's the end of the year, all their teachers are giving them sweets and candy and sugar. And I'm just like, oh, boy, I get to deal with that. Bengali, hello, how are you doing? Oh, welcome on in. It's been 2 days since spoilers so far. Yes, but unlike the spoilers in the past, Dark, these are intentional spoilers. 100% intentional spoilers. So So we'll get to see a little under the hood tonight because I'm thinking about it. I'm like, tonight is actually the perfect night to get started on storyboarding for Serena. I've been trying to set aside a small schedule this week for storyboarding, and it's just fallen through. So I thought about it tonight. I was like, instead of trying to like push through all the crystals tonight, let's just get a little bit of the water crystal done, and then really get started on on storyboarding. And then so we're just gonna see a lot of you guys. This will be your first experience with the animation pipeline. So when it comes to animating, especially traditional animation, every animator starts off with a storyboard. So we're gonna start constructing a storyboard tonight, and then if lucky, if I'm like laser focused and we get through the storyboard, then we can actually start working on the animatic, which is basically taking all the frames of the storyboard and timing them out properly for the animator to understand the timing of the transitions, the screen wipes, the motion of any characters. I will say that this storyboard that we'll be working on tonight, it will include 2 characters. It's gonna be a rather simple scene, where there is gonna be 2 characters watching a television. Is where the storyboard is going to lead us tonight. So as you'll see, we'll make a little thumbnails. Little loosey-goosey thumbnails, going over composition and what I'm looking for. That way Serena has kind of an idea, because like I could just explain it to her, but really I want to, as an animator myself, I want to respect the workflow. And I know by producing this storyboard and animatic, it will help her out greatly in what I'm looking for this particular scene. Kane, hi, how are you doing? Stratos, hello, welcome on in. Off-topic moment, yeah, get that yeah, exactly, Cole, exactly. I will say that the past 2 years I've been doing summer school, I've actually been really fond of it, but this is the first year I think I'm dreading it a little bit, because previously my summer school's roster has been maybe like 8 or 9 students, so I really get a lot of that more of that one-on-one time with each student. And it makes things fun. It makes things fun. I looked at my roster this year. It's 35 students. 35 students enrolled. And I'm just like, what's happening? Like, how did we go from like 9 to 35? Yes, Slushy. Serena is an award-winning artist, and I've been following Serena's work for a long time, and I knew that I wanted her to be a part of Project Loaf. So, yeah, I like briefly talked to her about it. She's very open to working on this commission for me, but I definitely want to do you know, I wanna give her the idea in a sketch form of like what I'm looking for. Yeah, like press X to doubt, right, Dark? Me, laser focus, especially with how exhausted I am from work. Dude, and then also, we had a situation where a parent wasn't picking up their child. And so we're like trying to call, like no phone. Like we tried calling mom first. No, like phone was clearly dead. Tried calling dad, immediately went to voicemail. And after like a bunch of different tries, we finally got a hold of grandparent. And we're like, hey, just to let you know, like, your kid is still here and it's way past time. Like, the campus is closed, and like, are you guys gonna be making your way down here pretty soon? Because, like, you know, everything's closed and your kid's still here. And so they didn't get there until like 15-20 minutes after the entire campus was closed down. And I'm just like, great. And then I'm thinking to myself, I also need to get gas before I get home. And so I got home, it was like 7:05. I'm like, guys, I'm gonna be a little late to stream tonight. I need food, and I need a little bit of I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, I need at least 10 minutes just to like go into Warframe and like do my dailies and check my dailies and whatnot and see if anything is done building. And so I was like, okay, you guys, I'm gonna aim for 8 p.m.-ish Pacific. I know, right, Panda? It's crazy. Czar, hi, how are you doing? Oh boy, my 77 person undergrad classes feel the same way. I did an undergrad class of 1,200. Oh my god. Well, see, I teach elementary, so like 35 elementary students, that's a lot to keep track of. And in fact, I was actually telling my boss this. I'm like, I don't even think my classroom supports 35 students. I think at most I could probably squeeze 28. So if I have a classroom size of 35, I'm like, bro, they're gonna have to like sit on the floor or something. Largest classroom in North America? That's wild. They try to get me to teach a 500-person section. I said, heck no. Not for just 3 credit hours. Yeah, have them walk, build character. Dude, that's what I'm already planning too. Like, the district sent me like a generic schedule of like, oh, this is your time with your elementary students. And I'm like, okay, cool. So it seems like I get to like make up my own schedule here on what fills that time. And so I'm going to do it in 30-minute sections, and in smack dab in the middle, I'm giving them a 30-minute long recess, and then at the end of class, I'm giving them a 30-minute long recess. So I'm like an hour of them just like running around, and I don't really have to like teach them anything. I'm like, yes, please. Of course, I still have to monitor them like a hawk, because, you know, you turn a blind eye for a split nanosecond, and then somebody's on the floor crying because they scraped their knee on the floor. I'm like, how'd you even do that? You were literally just walking. Cheese, hi, how are you doing? I did, Slushy, I did see the D2 final update trailer. I'm gonna have a lot to talk about in terms of that tonight while we're sketching. Because boy, do I have a lot of thoughts on that. Calzone, hi, how are you doing? Welcome on in. Well, that's normal where I'm at. Oh man, dude, I am sorry that that's the normal over there. Cause here in SoCal, state law says that it's 1 teacher to every 20 students. So for my class for the summer, I'm definitely going to have another instructor in there helping me out, because that'll keep me within ratio. But I'm just like, man, dude, 35. I would much rather prefer the traditional 9 student classrooms I'm used to for summer school. Like, I'm not unfamiliar with like class sizes between 25 and 30 students. Like that was most of my year this year. But like it's the end of the year, man. It's the end of the year. I don't want to have to deal with a bunch of these students during summer school. Let's build a classroom for 8 trillion students. Yeah, let's get some of the parents in there, Slushy. I feel like some of the parents of some of these students need a refresher on how to behave. My favorite with kids. Where did you get glue? When I turned around, yeah, like they'll get supply. Yeah, I feel that, Dark. Falling down the stairs in New Mexico Capitol building in front of the governor. Oh no, Cole, no. Summer Games Fest tomorrow. Yes. Kids crazy? Yes, and this is why I will never have them. I have zero desire to be a father of a child. Luckily for me, I don't have to worry about that. The 20-to-1 ratio would be amazing. I think I'm at like 47-to-1. Wow. Wow, Dark, that's a lot of students. I don't even live in New Mexico. Children scare me. Most children I'm okay with. Most children are just curious, which I can get behind, but it's the defiant ones that like I have a giant question mark on how to handle those situations. Because like me, right? My initial thought is like that child deserves a spanking or something like that. And of course, you know, with it not being my kid, like I can't do anything. And especially over here in California laws, like a lot of our hands are tied on what we can do. So I'm just like, I don't know, like send the principal in or something. I don't know. I have attempted tactics before where it's like I ignore the child who is being defiant, and then I start having a really great time with the rest of the class, and they're like, oh, why are you excluding me? And I'm like, well, why are you not following my rules? Like, I'd love to include you, just you gotta follow my rules. They're not that hard. Throw the chonkla at them? I know. So, Dizzy is like that for me. Oh, Didney is like that for me. I'm like, how did you let your kid climb all the way up there? Yeah, it's wild how many parents are just like, hands off, I don't care. Like literally, oh my god, me and my coworker literally had a simultaneous heart attack 2 weeks ago. We were having an like the end of the year open house. And this mother let her like toddler child like just book it out of our campus front doors. And the child ran into the street, like literally ran into the street and almost got hit by a giant truck. And I'm just like, I'm just like, Mom, what are you doing? Like, how is that even remotely acceptable? Dude, I would have been sent basically to prison if I ever did that. Because if I did that, so there was a hierarchy with the rule of law in my family. It was always send mom, who was the first line of defense. Like if I or my brother were not doing what we were supposed to be doing, like send mom was the one who would deal out the punishment. But you knew the world was coming, like your world was coming to an end, and that you messed up big time if Sen Dad had to get involved. Like if Sen Dad, you knew like the wrath of God was gonna come down upon you, and you were like, I whenever he got involved, I'm like, oh, flip, I really messed up. And like it would just be like, okay, note to self, never do that again. if I ever ran remotely close to the street, that wouldn't be a send mom thing. That would immediately be escalated to a send dad thing. And like, I learned that very quickly. Very quickly. Parents chase, trucks shouldn't. Is if they defy and come back with a reasonable logic. I struggle to disagree. Yeah, and some of them get close to that. Cole, luckily, the kiddos I had this year, not at that grade level yet. They're almost there. But like 2 years ago when I had 6th grade, that was harder. That was definitely harder because they were at the age level where they could reason, like begin reasoning fairly decently, and I'm like, oh crap. If we have simultaneous heart attacks, can we share the hospital room and teach me how to draw? Absolutely, Dark. Same. Dark Mom was the day-to-day nudges. Dark Dad was the dark shadow of the alien craft from Independence Day watching over me. Yeah. I was an unusual child. I didn't really have a defiant face. You know, Bengali, neither did I. I really did not have a defiant, like the thing that Send Dad would have to like step in frequently was when my brother and I would bicker. We both have a problem with letting things go sometimes. So as a child, you can imagine those bickers would just never end. But yeah, for me as a child, like most of the time, I was a very weird child. Like I was, like when I was super small, I remember, and like Sen Mom told me these stories, like I would actually scare my parents, not because like I would do like crazy things, but rather like I would go inside my room, and this was when I was really tiny. I would go inside my room and play Legos for like 5 hours at a time, and I would just sit there in my own little world, like just playing Legos, and I was like super silent and super like into whatever I was doing. So I would always scare my parents because like it'd be like 3 hours and they didn't hear a darn thing from me, and they're like, is our child still even alive? And they would come in and check, and I'd be there just playing Legos and like building these little things and pretending the world was being blown up and the hero was here to save the day. Oh my goodness. So that was me, and then of course I was introduced to video games, and that's all she wrote after that. I was like, dude, these things are fascinating to me. And now we're sitting here, and I'm in the process of developing one myself. So talk about dream come true, right? I didn't prepare them for the next 4. You got that neuro spicy brain? Yeah. And this is why I think I have such a creative mind nowadays, because like I spent so much of my early days like coming up with so many different stories in my head. And I was never able to stop creating like little worlds and scenarios that would play out. And I mean, I'm very grateful for it, because look, now we've created this whole narrative around the Brushtail Star Park, and it's crazy. You were the quiet child too? Yeah, Bengali, I was definitely a quiet child, and even more so. And see, like the trait followed through with anger too. Like when you know I'm angry, like, you know. There's some times where like I'll be like either co-streaming with somebody or like our Elden Ring run or whatever, and I'll be like, oh man, dude, I'm so angry. and then I keep yapping, that's how you know it's like a playful anger. Like, yeah, I'm frustrated, but like it's not anything too serious because like I'm still being playful about it. When you know that I've actually hit my limit and I'm genuinely on the verge of exploding is when I start seething. I am a silent seether. So when I stop talking and there's just like a silence, that's when you know that things are real right now. Like that I'm actually frustrated to my limit. Aslan, hi, how are you doing? I always had the phone number for where they were, and my neighbors were on standby if I needed anything. Oh, you weren't allowed to play. Oh no! Oh no, Cole. I'm so sorry. Well, hopefully you've allowed yourself to play now that you're like adulthood. See, you have something I lost somewhere, my sense of wonder. But see, Dark, and I get it. Like, I know a lot of us, like, as we get into adulthood and you know, work and life and stuff, like, the sense of wonder, like, tends to fade away, right? But see, that's what I want my channel to be. I want my channel to help reintroduce you guys to that sense of wonder. Because it's not like it's gone, right? It's still somewhere within you. You need to be reacquainted with it. So if like these like crazy events that we do here on the channel, if that can reawaken that, then that's why, well, that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this, because I want to share that sense of wonder that I have with you guys. Because I feel like I have an overflowing sense of wonder sometimes, and I don't want to keep it. I want to share it with you guys. I have all this stuff, and I just want to, like, here, take it. You know? I'm using Silent Seether now. Oh, that's oh hey, that's how I get angry. Yeah, dude, Cole. We're like twinsies. We share that scent. Dark, yeah, we're twinsies too. Okay, it's like Zelos and in Slayers. If I'm talking and venting, I'm fine. If I'm quiet, run far away. I live in a different country. This was over 25 years ago. Oh, okay. Also running about in VR trying to crash into walls. Oh my goodness. So wait, Aslan, are you in VR right now? It always surprises me. Like, I think Firecat does this too, where he goes into VR and can watch Twitch. Like, is that like a world or something? Is there just like a Twitch world? Scheduled stream send time because it does help. Yee! Yes, Dark. Colin, hi, how are you doing? Much like creativity is a spark. It can often be I reoriented it. Often it can be reignited with the slightest of things and turned into a burning passion and beauty. All it needs is another spark, either from a person or a thing. Yes, and Zar, if I could be that spark for somebody, that's literally okay. So the three pillars, wait, is it three pillars? Yes, I think. It might be two pillars. I'm going to say three pillars. The three pillars on why I continue to stream are as follows. Number one, I love entertaining you guys. Like, I love entertaining, and it's so much fun to just hang out with you guys and just vibe. This is especially helpful for me because I am primarily introverted. You wouldn't be able to like mark that right off the bat with how much I'm chatty with you guys, but literally once I get off of stream, my social battery is drained. Not in a bad way, mind you, but in a good way. And so like, this is why generally you do not see me online or very chatty in other places outside of Twitch. It's because, like, once I'm offline, I'm pretty much, for the most part, offline. So that's pillar number one. Pillar number two, I love gaming. Gaming is like the bread and butter of what I like to do in my free time. So obviously streaming games with you guys is very much a passion for me, because not only do I get to play games, but I get to share that experience with you guys. And then the final pillar of this channel is probably the most the most burning passion one, and that is, I like, from a very early on age, I loved back then and loved still to this day helping people. I knew from a very early age that I wanted to do something where I was helping people, because it felt so good to see a smile on another person's face and knowing that you put that smile there. It's just this feeling I get, and I cannot properly describe it. So those are the three pillars that make up this channel, and why I don't foresee me ever stopping streaming, because it's just, streaming encompasses like the three main hobbies that I like doing in my life in general, which is helping people, gaming, and entertaining. So it's like, why would I want to stop that when there's it's almost like a singularity. It's like, this is like, it's crazy to think that these three different things like have coalesced into a singularity that is streaming. Dark, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub for 3. Wait, no, I'm sorry, that's a tier 3 sub. That's why that song is playing. I was like, why is that song playing? That shouldn't be the case. That's a tier 3 sub. Oh my god, Dark, thank you so much. That is way too generous. It's updated to a tier 3. That's so crazy. Thank you. Sorry, I'm not used to people doing tier 3 subs. Like, I'm barely getting used to people doing tier 1 subs. I wanted to up it to a tier 3 for a while. Well, I thank you, Dark. I thank you. Wow. Sven is flabbergasted. I am flabbergasted, which is a great word, by the way, Slushy. I love the word flabbergasted. Julian! Julian, hi, how are you doing?
You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
Who's that? Did you guys see that? Welcome, Raiders, to the Brushtail Brigade! I'm your excitable commander and Star Park director, Sen. Together, we forge all kinds of adventures, from gaming to art. However, I can't do this alone, so let's meet our crew. Haywire, our sassy bot, controlling all the bells and whistles behind the scenes. Loaf, our silent protagonist of Loaf Quest and cinnamon roll connoisseur. And of course, our friendly community at large, the Brushtail Brigadiers. So, set your life points. Choose your Pokemon. And grab a controller. An adventure awaits. Julian, thank you so much for the raid. How was Tamagotchi life? So much is so amazing to see. Oh my goodness. I'm being inundated. Love the new raid intro. Oh, Slushy, was that the first time you saw the new raid intro? Oh. But yeah, Julian and Raiders, welcome on in. Welcome to the Brushtail Star Park. That's our channel. I'm Sen. I'm a derpy blue fox on the internet, who does a bunch of different things on this channel, but ultimately bringing interactivity to you guys. I'm also in the process of like coming up with a like a little like tagline. I do like the one that I talked about the other day. I think I just might need to refine it a little bit. Oh my goodness, you guys, thank you so much for all the gifted subs. Oh, speaking of subs and the tickets and whatnot, we're doing an art raffle tonight. So if you want to get in for like a free sketch that I am giving away, !raffle in the chat. It was amazing. So many cool Miis are made, and I'm nearly about to hit cap. Oh no! Oh no! Phoenix, hi by the way. Also, I've been dying to be able to raid you, so I'm feeling happy. I'm so glad you did. Plus, that intro was awesome, Sen. I'm so glad. Yeah, I'm such a super nerd on Super Mario Galaxy that I was like, dude, I have to make my raid alert based off of the prankster comment. Oh yeah, Dark. That was Sen 1.0. And Dark, what I need to do, honestly, is I need to go back further in the archives and pick out clips where it even has me before I even had a VTuber model. Josh, hello, welcome on in. Hi. You guys could do !raffle. You can get yourself into the art raffle. I'm not like a lot of people, a lot of streamers who give away things. They're always like, you gotta be in the channel when we, pick the name. If you're not here and like I pick your name and you're not in chat, like don't even sweat it. As I playfully say, if I don't see you in chat, I will hunt you down on Discord to tell you that you won. Actually, no, that's kind of a lie, because lately I've been forgetting to tell people, and it isn't until like the next week where they come in and they're like, wait, I won? And I was like, oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to message you on Discord. I do have a couple of clips in the Legacy collection, Slushy, of Whom in Me. But yeah, like, I know it's interesting. I feel like I'm the anti-normal streamer, because like I've talked to a bunch of streamers. I mean, obviously I've been doing this for 6 years. I have a bunch of connections, and the general sentiment is like, ew, don't show those old clips. Oh, ew, oh, it's so bad. Oh, why is this clip here? Me, I'm like, dude, I want to show people like where I started from. I'm like, guys, look, this was like from years ago. Look at how different it was. Look at how like unrefined it is, and like look at how, and it's, I don't know, I'm very weird. I feel like I'm like one of the weirdest streamers on the platform. Like for example, here's another weird thing, right? So I say this playfully in a sense, but like I also actually believe it. A lot of people like in the past have told me, dude, Sen, you put so much production value into your channel, like why are you not partner yet? Why are you not Twitch partner? Like does Twitch not? And I always like chuckle at it. I'm like, see, in my mind, I am a Twitch partner. It's just Twitch is not yet caught up to that. So think of like, you know in anime how like somebody with super speed, they like leave traces of themselves, like doppelgangers, and you know, like the like main antagonist is like, oh, I'm gonna punch you, and he's like punching, and then like the punch lands on the protagonist's face, but like the fist goes through the face, right? And it's like, oh, I'm already behind you. You're just like, you just haven't caught. Oh my god, wait a minute. That's one of my favorite alerts. Dark! Oh my god, Dark, thank you for the $10. Wow! Weird's good. Dark, you... Thank you. I mean, you don't... I mean... Okay, brain. One thought at a time. First off, thank you. That's $10 whole. That's crazy. But second... You don't have to. Ice cream money for you, Sen. Okay. I will either spend it on ice cream or cinnamon rolls. Wow, thank you. Wolf, hi, how are you doing? Surviving despite life's challenges. You got this, Volp. I believe in you. You're like one of the coolest Brushtail Brigadiers. You've got this. Get yourself a Cinnabon. Yes. What was I talking about? Oh, everybody who's coming in for the raid. By the way, this is our housekeeping segment where I sit and chat with you guys for a little bit, and I usually go over like patch notes for the channel, but we don't have any patch notes tonight. And then as far as Project Loaf news goes, I really don't have anything to talk about because I haven't been able to get to any Project Loaf news or anything Project Loaf related in the past 24 hours. So there's nothing really to talk about there. I know we have a rank up, we have to rank up Slushy tonight. So we will have a rank up ceremony, which maybe we should do that now, and then I can continue chatting while we sketch sketch a water crystal. Okay, actually, I like that idea. Let's go and rank up some Brushtail Brigadiers, and then we'll get to main stage and we'll start sketching and chatting some more. So let me see here. We got Slushy. Slushy, you're still here, right? Did I ever show you the Mia I made of you? Oh, wait, Julian, I think you did. But because I remember seeing a me of me. I think that was you. Okay, you are here. Okay, so let's take a field. Oh wait, let's let Loaf open the chest of glory, and then we'll go take a field trip over to the Mystic Cove. Yeah, well, Julian, I was the same way. Like, I remember somebody showing a me that they made of me, but then I was like, was that you, Julian, or was that somebody else? Okay, Loaf made it safely back to his house, so let's head on over to the Mystic Cove, and then Slushy, we can get your rank up ceremony going. So those who are new to the channel, I like to take a lot of time out of the stream to make sure that I appreciate as many of you as possible, and thus we have this rank up ceremony where we celebrate individuals in the Brushtail Brigade as a way of me thanking them for all their amazing support over the years. Tonight we are celebrating Slushy. So in case you guys don't know, this is an art piece done by Serena, who is going to be the animator behind the next part of Project Loaf that I am building out. So I love her art. I love her. I definitely love her animations. Like, she is such a talented animator. Home at the ready, let's do this. Let's lick the crystal. Yes, don't forget, you can lick the crystal, and if you do, make sure you tell us what flavor the crystal is. So, Slushy, you've done this before, I am pretty positive, but in case you need a refresher, pretty soon you will be walking through that shiny door in the back, where you will touch the magic crystal, and magical energies will flow into you, giving you the power to rank up to a new title. To begin the ceremony, all you have to do is type in !rank up in chat. That's all one word, all lowercase. !rank up. Once you do, you'll shuffle yourself through that door, and we will see you on the other side. Congratulations, Slushy, and oh my god, Slushy, that was your first rank up. That's crazy. So, in case you guys don't know, whenever a Brushtail Brigadier enters the ceremony, and there's not a Brushtail insignia next to their profile picture, that means that they have not ranked up yet. So, Slushy, this was your first rank up, and you went from rank 0 to rank 7. So congratulations, Slushy, on being our newest Brushtail Warrior Adept. Serena is one of my favorite artists. I concur with that, which is why I had to have her for Project Loaf. Also, Slushy, did you by chance lick the crystal? Massive rank up, huge. Oh my goodness, I did a bad thing, and I looked at my DMs in Discord, and I have a friend of mine asking a Sammy question. Oh, one never asks me a Sammy question, otherwise I get into it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we'll get back to the Star Park and then go to main stage, and then I'll read this question. All I saw was a quick Sammy question, and I was like, oh yeah. I licked the shiny crystal. Okay, Slushy, what did the shiny crystal taste like? Because it tastes different for every person who licks it. Oh, okay, I just read the question. I shouldn't have read the question. Rainbows? Oh, I love it. Tastes like rainbows. Let's go. Okay, so let's head back to the Star Park, because I did the thing. I read the question. I shouldn't have read the question. Now I'm going to be thinking about that question. Basically the question was, how do you do a shout out command? And I'm like, oh, I know how to do a shout out command. Recorded in tome, yes. Doggo, hi, how are you doing? Okay, so I could probably yap for another like hour and a half, but let's yap for another hour and a half while doing art stuff tonight. So let's head on over to main stage now that all the housekeeping segments are concluded. Taste the rainbow. I'll put a ticket for Haywire to clean the Mystic Crystal again. Yeah, I feel like we should just have like a cleaning golem, just like roaming the nearby forest. Jan, hi, how are you doing? Let's see here. I am genuinely curious. Okay, so these are our crystals tonight. We're gonna be working on the water crystal, which is the second one. So we completed the fire crystal, which looks absolutely stunning. I really like how the fire crystal came out. The next one we're gonna be doing is the water crystal. I think I have reference on the color scheme that I want to go with. But I did make the thing that's new here is that I remembered I didn't make should have moved that over. So one of the things I did not have was swatches for the fire crystal. So that's one thing I did off stream, was that I created the six swatches that I used to create the fire crystal. Now I have to, I'm actually genuinely curious. So the person who messaged me an hour ago, it looks like they might be streaming. So hang on, let me see if they're actually streaming. I'm getting distracted, you guys. I'm sorry. Hang on. I don't even know if that's their Twitch handle. Could be, might be. Oh, did I do it? Oh, I did it. Wait, wait, this is. Oh, I did it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so okay. Pretty gems, can I hoard them? Wolf, hi, how are you doing? Today is tomorrow. Night cheese. Please rest well, get some good heckin' sleep. Oh, I do have to mention though, I have a hard deadline tonight for stream because I have to get into work really early tomorrow. So I want to make sure that I'm well rested. So no later than 11:30 my time. And then we have to log off. So I apologize that tonight is going to be a shorter than usual stream. My guess is that we're only going to be able to go for about 3 hours, where I at least like to go for 3.5 hours for Art and Chill. Very tired, but I'm existing. How are you all? I'm doing great. I am exhausted like nobody's business, but I'm running on auxiliary power and I feel great. So let's get started on working on this water crystal. So I think what I'm gonna do is, before we start sketching, we need to work on a primer layer, which is something I do. Oh, I'm also really excited, Wolf, that Taylor got to the steel path of the circuit. Okay, so now I need to find where my references are. I know I have references around here somewhere, because like I had references for the fire crystal, which is how I came up with the idea for the colors. Let's see, but I don't remember where I put them though. Because usually all my references are in my furry folder, but I wouldn't have put that in the furry folder since it's not furry. So would I put it? This. That defines the shapes that I'm looking for, but not necessarily the color scheme. Oh, wait a minute. You know what I forgot? You know what detail I forgot? Oh man, dude. There's like a little detail I forgot. Oh, well, we'll do a finishing pass on these crystals after all is said and done. There's some shine to these crystals that I did not put on the fire crystal, but I guess that'll be fine because I am going to be doing that later. We can get you both more incarnins. So, Wolf, I heard the Dara incarnin is, or yeah, the Dara incarnin is going to be 2 weeks from now. Do you happen to know when the Gamma Core incarnin will be? When did you add the glow? Very fancy. Oh, like the outer glow? Dark? I did that a couple weeks ago. Okay, so let's put some primer layer down. So let's first do this. Okay, say goodbye to the paw beans for now. I'm gonna move the thing right in front of my face so that I can see. All right. So there's a thing I do with a lot of my drawings, and I call it the primer layer. Water crystal. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do the same thing. So we're gonna call it the primer layer. Or layer. What was I talking about prior to coming here? There was like a passionate story I was talking about, and then I don't remember what it was. I'm sure it will come to me. But I know that Summer Games Fest is just around the corner. I'm excited to see what they got going on there. I know that God, actually, I hope this is like way off. I think I'm gonna have to straighten up some of these lines. Ooh, you know what? Let's do this. Hold on. Before we get to the primer layer, let's actually like refine the sketch of this water crystal. So we're gonna, because I want this to be symmetrical. And right now I feel like it's not symmetrical. The Final Fantasy Part 3 is locked in. Rumors are starting, so I'm coping hard. Oh man, Azur, hi, how are you doing? Oh man, Panda, I hope, dude. Well, we can hope together. Hey, I like the song. Okay. Yeah, so this was kind of off. That one wasn't bad. Yeah, I really want this thing to be symmetrical. Okay. Or really as symmetrical as I can get it anyways. Whoa! Okay. Whoops. Okay. This. Excuse me. Okay. Whoa. Also, what happened to my... Using geometric shapes to help me get everything organized. So, wait a minute. But then, hang on. I feel like I should finish this out here. They're making a game about Kratos' second wife, the boy's mom, but outside they announced the trilogy. Oh, you know, it's funny because the only news initially I heard about the Sony State of Play was the fact that it was being overrun by We Want Destiny 3 in the chat. This to here. This to here. Here. Perfect. That'll work. Oh yes. Yeah, I want this crystal to look unnaturally symmetrical. So is Laufey the mom or is it the child? For the PlayStation thing? Oh, so it was the new God of War. I don't know, some people were hyping it up that it was supposed to be something generational. And like, I know God of War is popular, but I don't know. I thought it would be something else. Like Mom of War. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll be completely honest. I was really confused by the block of Jello. Like, I thought that was weird, right? Because, like, isn't God of War supposed to be like this gritty, like, kind of like game franchise? Like, I saw the block of Jello and I was like, this is weird, right? Like, I'm not the only one who thinks that, right? Like, don't get me wrong, I thought it was cute and I loved him and I loved the little sword inside of him and I thought the whole thing was great. But for a God of War series? I mean, to me, it's like, it kind of feels like a Doom Isabella thing, right? It's like you would never see Isabella in Doom, and just in the reverse, you would never see Doom guy in Animal Crossing. I mean, yeah, it's a funny meme, but like it would never happen because like the art styles and the direction is just they're completely different. So I don't know. I found the cube, like, again, I love the cube. I think the cube was my favorite thing out of the whole trailer. But again, this is me on the outside who's never played a God of War game. Like, everything I've seen about God of War is very gritty, like very like, this is this is nitty gritty, like kind of like serious, and like we're dealing with like these grand epic proportions. I saw Frank was his name or something, Freddy, I don't know, something like that, and I was like, huh. So I totally get, I feel like I totally understand why the God of War fans would be upset that it's not Kratos being like the main star. Because I don't know, like if I'm playing The Legend of Zelda, right? Like I don't want the main character to be like the craftsman from Ocarina of Time, where you're just going around, you're like, oh, now you're the craftsman. I'm like, dude, no, I either want to be Link or Zelda. Like, I really don't want like to play anybody else. Like, why? Like if they wanted to do a spin-off game where it was like, you know, not called The Legend of Zelda, and you're like the carpenter and you're like, okay, I'm gonna go around fixing bridges with the giant hammer. Okay, I get it. Call, hi, how are you doing? Welcome on in. Welcome to our Art and Chill, where I spend some time arting and I spend some time chit-chatting with you guys. How's your Pizza Friday Eve so far? Okay, so now that we corrected some of the symmetry issues, now let's get to the primer layer. And this is a layer that this is a technique that is unique to me. I've never ever seen another digital artist, make a primer layer. You seem to like Echoes of Wisdom though? Yeah, but I was Zelda. I was okay with that because I'm like, cool, Zelda, we get to play Zelda. That's actually pretty cool. It not being Kratos is understandable, but most of the people are upset because a girl is replacing Kratos. Ay. But it does I don't know, it's hard for me to get my mind around that. Like, if it's a good character, great. But then on the same token, though, like, what I also am kind of scratching my head is, I don't know, like, has the series been Kratos the entire time? I don't know about I guess I'm trying to justify Sony not listening to its fan base so that I can make the segue into Destiny 2. It's always been Kratos. See, okay, so if it's always been Kratos, I don't know. If it was me, I would have done a spin-off series and then had the spin-off series revolve around, what's her name? Forget. Which her power set looks really cool. But again, I don't know the God of War series. But see, what I would have done is, oh dude, here's what I would have done, right? I would have in the previous God of War game, I would have had it been a story about Kratos, but then have a small snippet of game where you play as the wife, get people just a little taste of the wife, be like, man, she was awesome. And that way, when you introduce this game, people are already familiarized with her character and be like, yeah, she was actually pretty, she kicked some serious butt in the last one. Oh, I can get behind this. The game starts with you gathering materials for her funeral pile, so she's the character that's only talked about. Her game is set in the afterlife where different. See, I think that's like, I don't know, for me, I think that's like the biggest problem is like you're going from you're putting the name God of War on the title, but then I feel like it's really jarring for a lot of fans to be like, wait, so this isn't a game that we're gonna be playing Kratos in? If it was me, I would have like introduced, and I know she's supposed to be dead, but like if this is where you were going, right? I would have at least introduced her as a playable character for a small segment in the previous, just to give the community a little taste. Because right now, right now there's such a huge divide between like players and studios that it's like a lot of players are not as receptive to change because it feels like the changes that happen aren't exactly things that they're asking for. But see, that's the problem, right? Like if you gave them a little taste, right? The taste to whet their appetite, be like, she's a cool character, and then you build a game entirely revolving around her, people be like, yeah, baby, oh my god, she's so cool, and whatnot. But that's kind of just my take on it. I really want the series in the style of The Office, about life on board the Death Star, like regular people, the Empire doing their jobs. But yeah, so like I think that could work, Dark, but don't make it a mainline Star Wars movie, because then you're gonna upset the fans, because that's not what they're looking for in a mainline Star Wars movie. Like you make it a spin-off, and then if it gets really popular, then maybe consider somewhere down the line marketing, like capitalizing on that and actually pushing for a movie that's basically The Office Star Wars. But I think that's what a lot of studios, where a lot of studios are losing the plot in today's like gaming industry, is that they have these ideas which might be great ideas, but it almost feels like it comes out of left field, and it's like not anything really that the fan base is looking for. And so then these people go off the deep end and think there's some kind of agenda or something like that, when in reality the studios aren't setting these characters up. Like you always, how do I describe this? If you're trying to come into the market, you don't ever want to push something on people, like buy our product, like get in their face, like gotta buy our product, blah 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 blah. People are going to be adverse to that, you know. A good salesman knows that you have to make it seem like they want it, and to do that you kind of like do some like little like, oh, you know, it's like I'm trying to sell toothpaste, right? Well, why should I get off of Crest toothpaste and go for your brand? And then like you could explain like, oh, well, my brand targets, you know, white teeth or something. And then it's like, oh, well, that's okay. You don't need to change your brand. Like, I'm here for people who want white teeth, right? So you're not pushing it on people, but then people are like, wait a minute, I want white teeth, maybe I should give this brand a shot. And see, that's the sale, right? You didn't push it on them, you gave them a taste of like what your product can serve, like what problem it's trying to solve, and that gets people curious. Oh, dude, I want it. Oh, and it works. Okay, and then they keep coming back and back and back, and they want it. And that's the problem that the game industry doesn't understand right now. Like you can't just take these franchises and like totally change up the character, and not expect some sort of pushback, especially today where disposable income is not as readily available to people. So it's like your audience is going to be even more hyper aware of what they're wanting, because like they can't just afford to drop $70 anymore, right? So like if their favorite franchise isn't, you know, resonating with them, they're going to have some gripes and arguments about it. And I think and we're seeing this trend a lot in in the gaming space where instead of like big corpo in the gaming industry, like sitting down and asking, what do people want? What are people looking for? What problem can we help solve? They're instead looking, they're money focused. It's like, what can be the next Fortnite? What can be the next Call of Duty? And so all these people have all these different ideas, and they're losing the plot. Like, it really all comes down, it's not rocket science either, because like the communities, we have more ways to communicate with like big studios than ever before. Like, social media is like super easy to like get your voice across. Like, whether it gets heard or not is a different story, but it's super easy to make a post on like, oh, you know, I'm a fan of The Legend of Zelda, this is what I'm looking for in The Legend of Zelda. It's free marketing, it's free market research, but nobody's utilizing it. Like, the game industry is not utilizing social media to their advantage. Instead, I feel like a lot of the games industry is like hiring these psychics and shrinks, and they're going into these tiny little rooms with a crystal ball on the table, and they're like flipping cards over, and then the shrink is like, oh, this is the cup upside down. That means your player base in the next 5 years are gonna want an extraction shooter. And they're like, oh baby, yeah, dude, let's go. Oh, we're gonna make some extraction shooters now. Let's do it. And then all the while, like, literally at their disposal, free, are people who are actually telling, like, your paying customers are being very open about what they're looking for, and you decided to pay a shrink to tell you what we as the community are looking for. And I think this is why we're getting these like weird, like disjointed things in the game industry right now. Too much gratuitous violence. Yeah, that's another reason why I don't really care for the God of War series. It's like I know it's very, very violent in terms of like people's heads getting ripped off and stuff like that, and I'm like, I don't need that in my life. But getting back to the God of War thing, like, I feel like if they had introduced her character and made her really cool in a previous iteration of the God of War series, and like sold it like any other business where you have to sell something to people so that they leave the exchange being like, I want that, give me more of that. And instead, they just like, again, I don't know if this has been known for a while that this is where they were going with the God of War series, but I don't know, like, if they just suddenly decided to swap up the main character of a series I loved, and like with a character I really resonated with, like, I could see how that could be a little bit jarring, especially when she has not been playable in the past, where I think that is the biggest failing of the studio at large. Is like, I would have like whetted my audience's appetite, be like, no, dude, you guys trust us, like, she's sick, like, here, play this little segment of her in the previous game, like, get to know her, and maybe, you know, maybe even have her appear in a couple of games, God of War games, really be like, okay, yeah, like, and then at that point, you know, she's been in 2 games, you played her a little bit in 2 games, and now the community is accepting, and they're like, cool, she's awesome, I love her. And that, you know, that craving is what allows you to introduce this character as more of a prominent role as a main character to the series. That way, when you do something like this, people are being like, yeah, dude, I want this. This is what I wanted. It's always an uphill battle when a franchise uses a different character
Dark
from their
Renegade
established.
played Look Right.
Look right? Okay. If this was, I don't know, Halo and you have a different main character. Oh yeah, I can tell you right now with Halo 5 Guardians, the guy hunting Master Chief, he was rejected by the community almost immediately. They threw him under the bus so quickly, and I get it. Like, you're making him the main character without any like previous, like, I think oh man, there was a guy in Halo ODST that the fans just immediately like fell head over heels for, and then he eventually like became the first new Spartan in like the upgraded Spartan program. Like, if the story was between him and Buck, yes, Taylor, thank you. So I feel like if it was like Buck and Chief, I think people would have been a lot more torn. Like, oh my god, Buck is hunting Master Chief. Oh, but we love Buck. Like, no, he's taking the Kool-Aid, and then like part of this. I feel like a majority of the community would be like, no, Buck, see the light. Don't you understand what Chief is doing? And then we would like be rooting. We would be rooting for him to see the light. Instead, they introduced some what is it? Locke? Spartan Locke, was it, Taylor? They introduced Spartan Locke, and nobody liked him because it was like, who is this guy? Like, why is he even here? Like, come on, man. And so, like, he was just thrown under the bus immediately. But see, that's what I'm talking about. You gotta, if you're planning on making a game where you're gonna be switching out the main characters, you have to do it in a gentle, like, onboarding ramp way. Otherwise, it's gonna be way too jarring for the people who are lovers of your franchise to just accept it. Deep Thought, hi, how are you doing? Welcome on in. Anyways, so that's my thoughts on the subject. How's the art going? It's slow going. We were starting, and then of course I got into one of my Sen TED Talks, and so arting kind of fell to the wayside a little bit. But that's okay. We're getting back on track. I mean, not that it was off track to begin with, because why is that inverted? Is that inverted? Hello? No path. For what? Combine shapes? Okay.
Dark Runafage played Ice Cream Time.
Mark is the good guy? True. But you did have to play him. I could probably make that. Oh, wait.
Thousands of tears later.
Magic Pony can frolic around in the Campbell's tomato soup. Welcome, Raiders, to the Brushtail Brigade! I'm your excitable commander and Star Park director, Sen. Together, we forge all kinds of adventures, from gaming to art. However, I can't do this alone, so let's meet our crew. Haywire, our sassy bot, controlling all the bells and whistles behind the scenes. Loaf, our silent protagonist of Loaf Quest and cinnamon roll connoisseur. And of course, our friendly community at large, the Brushtail Brigadiers. So, set your life points, choose your Pokemon, and grab a controller. An adventure awaits. Pichu, hi! How are you doing? How was Warframe? Welcome on in. We are doing some art tonight. We're specifically doing some magic crystalling. As I try to create 4 magic crystals. Doing good. Did some more grinding. Ooh, what were you grinding on Warframe, by the way? Concept? Dude, I'm looking for... I'm gonna save that. Looking for a specific look for this magic crystal. I think I might have just found one. It'd be very interesting. I like it. The references. Because I don't have a good reference on a good looking magic crystal that looks like this. So I'm really like trying to find something that will help me understand where the shadows and the shine of this type of crystal rests. And I think I might have found one that's pretty darn, like, looks pretty darn good. Get a good stretch? Okay, let me do that really quickly. And some hydration. Gato, hi, how are you doing? That's just my ramble thoughts, though. It won't matter, though, if the new God of War is bad. Yeah, ultimately, I don't care, because it's not Destiny. I'm also stretching my leggies right now, so stretch them leggies. You guys have been sitting for more than an hour. We're also doing an art raffle tonight, so ! raffle in chat if you want to get a street sketch from me. So what I'll do is what a street sketch is I will sketch out your Sona or any character you're choosing, and then at the end I'll do these like stylized like spray paint color, and it looks pretty cool. It reminds me of street art. Okay, so whoa. Okay, things are falling. Well, that's fine. One again? You know what, Gato? Do it. Go ahead. Like, it doesn't bother me. I'm just saying, I don't 100% agree with your setup character logic. Well, I know it's not like the only way to do it, but it's like one of the ways that I've seen it wind up working with the community. But it's not guaranteed. Obviously, it's not guaranteed. But anyways, so yeah, I have a piece here that I think is gonna do exactly what I want. Okay, so I need 6 blue colors. Oh, yeah. No, there's... Yeah, so it's... and I guess that's my fault, Panda, for sounding like... Every time I talk about something like this, I feel like I always come off as like, oh, this would be a surefire thing. But it isn't. It's always going to be a gamble. It's forever going to be a gamble. It's just, what are some risk aversion tactics that you can employ to maximize your chance at your community adhering to this newfound change? Just not 100%. Fair. Okay. So what was? Oh, we need refined. Next up, we need our swatches. So I'm thinking about doing kind of similar six colors. So I definitely want water crystal swatch. Now if I can make this look like anything remotely close to what I'm looking at right here, that's gonna look sweet. So whoops. So we obviously need blue. That's the number one. So blue. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna start with blue. Woo, let's not do it there. That's the wrong layer. Fill. Amadeus, hi, how are you doing? I didn't think it would work. Wait, what, oh, Gato, you're in need of a rank up? Ooh. Well, hey, if you're around tomorrow, we can get you ranked up. Okay. So then, see, what I'm looking at right now is, there's a lot of colors in here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a lighter blue. A lighter blue would work here. I might have to go lighter than that though. Okay, so here's where we have our dark blue. So this is going to be the important one. This is the darkest blue that we can possibly come up with. And then this next one, I'm actually going to go completely in a different direction because I see hints of purple in the reference that I'm looking at. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go this purple. I don't know if it should be a dark or a light purple. I think I'll go that purple. And then here's where we need to go crazy with the light. So this needs to be like a cyan color. Maybe not exactly a cyan. No, that I see some cyan up there. Maybe we just tone it down a little bit. Yeah. So we're gonna try cyan color. And then we're gonna try this pale blue. Like a super pale blue. Whoops, not stroke, but fill. Okay, so these are the colors I'm gonna start with, and then we'll refine as we go along. Okay. Thomas, hi, how are you doing? Disney World! Exactly. Oh, Pichu, have a wonderful night. Thank you for the raid. Good, I was out climbing cliffs today. Oh my god. That's right, Amadeus, you do that. Dude, mad props to you. I am very much a homebody. The thought of rock climbing scares me. How are you cuties doing? I'm doing phenomenal. I'm running on auxiliary power from earlier, the days goings on. But other than that, I'm doing pretty good. Let's do base color. The base color is going to be our. Oh, let me also move the water. Okay, so this is what we got going on. I'm gonna have to be very sparing with that purple. That was the wrong layer. Derp. Oh my goodness, wait a minute, the music marquee has not been on this whole time. There we go, that way you guys can see what music we're playing. I thought you were talking about my brother for a second. I was like, wait, what? Yeah, Taylor, we gotta get your brother in here. He could surprise you, be like, oh yeah, dude, I've been a Brushtail Brigadier for like 3 years, didn't even tell you. Obsidian, hi, how are you doing? Okay, so here's our... and then I think what I'm gonna do here is let's... let's do the same thing we did. Okay, so let's do this... Oh, the crystal line is its own layer. Ooh, I didn't know that. Is it white or is it yellow? Very, very interesting. Vakula, welcome on in. Welcome to the Brushtail Brigade. Thank you for the follow and congratulations, you're our newest Brushtail adventurer. Welcome aboard. Still putting together a Kakariko Village. Putting together Kakariko Village for my music box. Well, you know what's funny? Kakariko Village is the song that's currently playing. Okay, so good to know that this is a different layer. Okay, so let me do copy layer style and then paste layer style. And then we need to change this up here. So let's look at what we have for the fire crystal. So I have the stroke. Oh, I see a C. Okay, so 5 colors, so let's make sure we got our swatches here. So we have our, whoops. Oh, we have our primary. Okay, so definitely the maybe I should go light. Maybe I should do the light blue. Inner glow. That looks like it'll be the pale blue. No, probably this blue. Stroke. So we've got yellow, which is probably going to be this one. Got orange. I believe it's going to be this one. It'll be that, yeah. Then we got the deep blue. Ooh, water crystal taking shape. Water crystal is taking shape. All right. So now what we're gonna do is wait, give me a second. So we've got to get. Oh, you know what? I love this song. So let's do what we did here. Crystalline line. Line. Apparently we're gonna use this color for the line, which is surprising to me, but see, this is why we created the template to begin with. And then we're gonna use, so We're gonna shut off the crystal sketch, and then we're gonna lower the opacity further of the refined sketch, and then we're gonna clipping mask. All right. So now we're gonna do some hand drawing. Oh, no. We need my pen. Line work pen. I feel like I went with a 4. But hang on, let me actually shut off crystalline line. Maybe I did do 3. That looks like a 3. Okay. So we'll go back down to a 3 font. This is gonna be tricky because, at least with the blue, hi, how are you doing? Kazumuk, it's hi, how are you doing? Kaz, I apologize. After I like wrote up the giant like article, basically, I was like, God, he's probably gonna get like he's probably gonna go back on Twitter and just see like, oh, got 10 more messages. I'm like, oh my God, how many replies did I actually make? So many crystals. Oh yeah, cats, look at we have a fire crystal, a water crystal, an earth crystal, and a wind crystal. Flare, oh my God, I don't think I said hi to you yet either, Flare. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Yeah, okay. So yeah, we are working on Project Loaf crystals tonight. Which anybody who is new to the channel or have never heard me talk about Project Loaf, it is basically a massive project that I'm undertaking at the present for the channel. It's going to be a giant event that we have at the end of the year. Not this year, at least I don't think it's going to be this year, because I don't think I'm going to be ready for this year. Streamer, tell us about Dasani content. Oh, yeah, sorry, I keep getting distracted. So, dude, there's a lot of Dasani content that is coming to the game June 9th. Which, by the way, everybody who is familiar with the Destiny franchise, I'm going to be promoting a community event that is going on June the 9th. The Destiny community at large is planning on hopping on June 9th to play some Destiny. We are hoping to get a large number of people into Destiny on June 9th as a way of being like, hey Sony, like, hey, check this out, like, we still love this game, we want this franchise to continue and not just stay iced on a shelf somewhere. So please reconsider, like, not icing the Destiny franchise. So if you are a former Destiny player, there is a crap ton of things coming to Destiny on June 9th. So it's not just us, like, getting on and being like, oh, kumbaya on the tower. There is actually going to be a lot of stuff to do. This is probably one of the biggest non-expansion updates in the history of the Destiny franchise. I saw it. While I completely understand your point, sadly Bungie just kept fluffing up with Destiny 2 and Sony kept losing money on it. True. Yeah. Really, Sony has lost a lot of money buying Bungie. I definitely don't want to see Destiny 2 go. I'm okay with seeing Destiny 2 go. I think I've come to the acceptance of, like, Destiny 2 is basically a cluster truck. And I would much rather prefer Like, Bungie, take what they learned over the 11 years with Destiny, and then over the 3 to 5 years building Marathon, and all the optimizations they did with the Tiger engine for Marathon, like, take all of that knowledge and build a souped up Destiny Tiger engine that doesn't have like 10 years of technical debt, and then make another Destiny. Whether that be Destiny 3, Destiny Infinity, Destiny tra-la-la-la-la. It doesn't matter to me. I would prefer a fresh start rather than like continue to mosey around with Destiny 2, because like the onboarding thing is just a disaster, and in my opinion, it's just not worth trying to fix all the problems of Destiny 2. Let's just start fresh, baby. That's all I want. I definitely don't want to see Destiny, but sadly, because Bungie fluffed up with Marathon when they shouldn't have abandoned D2. Yeah, well, see, the thing is though, cause like, I don't know if Sony, like, maybe they're just like, yeah, let's just continue with Marathon, but I'm not saying that Marathon is a failure, because I don't know what Bungie or Sony are thinking about like Marathon right now, but I'm honestly concerned that Bungie and Sony had like these outrageously high expectations for Marathon, and it kind of scares me to know that Marathon is not, at least on the, you know, what we visually can see, is not necessarily making any waves in comparison to how many people are playing Destiny 2 at the moment. So I'm a little worried. And like, is Sony, because here's how I see it, right? Like, Sony paid 3.6 billion on Bungie as a studio, and right now they, you know, put all their eggs in Marathon, and they're electing to ice Destiny. And I'm just like, so what's Sony's like grand plan here to like recuperate some of their lost investment, especially after taking the impairment losses from the earnings call? And I'm just like, so either you're gonna funnel even more money into Marathon and not be making a tremendous amount of money back, or what? You're gonna close up Bungie? Like, is Sony willing to take that PR hit by shutting it? Because like, here's what I can't get my head around. So Sony made a generational L years ago when they invested $400 million on Concord, which is a game nobody want and nobody asked for. And when it released, I don't remember what like crazy low numbers it had, but the game didn't even last 4 weeks, I don't think. So like, they ate all that money, and it was generational. Like, we have not seen an L that big in the gaming industry forever. Like, that was a permanent blotch on Sony's reputation, and that will probably haunt them for years to come. So clearly Sony did not like that. I mean, we all saw the writing on the walls. Sony like reeled in pain and agony, and they want to try to avoid another Concord level disaster again. But what is going to be the PR if Sony dissolves one of the most legendary studio names in gaming history? Like, we can't call that a W, and we certainly can't call it a minor L. So does Sony take another generational L on their record? Like that's two big generational L's. Betting on live service games. Well, honestly, Kaz, I think that's why why Sony has not greenlit another Destiny game. Is because they don't want to bet anymore on live service games. But the weird thing about this is, and this is also something that Sony is going to have to, like, if they decide to ice the Destiny IP, that's another thing that Sony is going to have to, like, PR wise, is going to be a pretty big L, because here is a live service game that has defied all odds for 11 years. I would say like 90% of live service games that have ever been released die within the first year of their existence. And here's Bungie, a legendary studio who created Destiny, a legendary IP that miraculously beat all the odds, like was able to create a live service game for over 10 years and created a fan base that loves the IP to an extent that they will go out of their way and infiltrate and take over a Sony state of play where the top story of the state of play was not the games, but rather the takeover. And so now Sony is going to be shutting that down instead of like coming up with a solution. Because you would think that Sony would be business smart and be like, okay, well, here's, in the past, Destiny has been profitable. What was happening then that made it profitable? And what is happening now that's not making it profitable? And how can we learn from this and come up with a solution to move forward with this franchise? And I think it's because of their absolute terror of what happened with Concord, as well as how much money they lost with it. I think that's why they are so scared to even touch the Destiny IP. And I think that fear runs so deep within them that they are willing to take the PRL of being the studio or the publisher that destroyed one of the only successful living live service games out there. They aren't sustainable. See, I don't know if I completely agree with that. And like, if I didn't have this one game that I'm gonna reference as like the antithesis of that statement, is Warframe. Warframe is not only a sustainable live service game, but they do not have the backing of a big publisher. They are their own independent company. So somehow they have made that live service work. And so there is a solution to this problem because Warframe has found one of those solutions. So I look at Bungie and I ask them, what is your solution to make it so that Sony can greenlight another Destiny? Because the biggest problem with live service games is that it's hard. So here's the biggest hurdle that a live service game has to overcome is when you are creating a live service game, you need to grab an audience, and you need to grab an audience relatively quickly, because as soon as you step into the space, you are already creating content for the next live service update. And this is why a lot of live service games struggle to survive their first year, because it's like trying to get Twitch partner. You have a deadline. You need to get Twitch partner in no more than a year. And if you don't reach Twitch partner, then you're screwed. So this is kind of the issue with live service games, is that if you're not appealing to an audience that is desiring whatever it is that you're building, then you need to quickly catch an audience shortly after launch, because shortly after launch, you're already, you know, getting ready for the newest expansion. And then there's all that money sink. But Destiny is in this unique position as a live service where there's now a hardcore built-in community that is ready to go and support whatever's next in the Destiny, hopefully live service, but in the Destiny IP. So theoretically, on paper, the foundation is there. But again, Bungie needs to come up with something that is much more sustainable than Destiny 2. And I know I have written a giant article to Bungie like a year and a half ago talking about, you know, here are my solutions to an onboarding system. That was, I think, the biggest problem with Destiny 2. It, like, post Shadowkeep, like after the sunsetting happened, there was not a good onboarding system. So Bungie's problem, starting from Shadowkeep forward, is that you had this slow drop off. It does have a parent company, does it? I gave up on Twitch partner after 11 plus years. I've just given up. Oh yeah. Well, for me, like, if Twitch partner comes or not, whatever. I always say that you guys are my purple check marks. Like, I have however many people are in this chat right now, that's how many purple check marks I have. So like in my mind, I'm drowning in purple check marks. I don't need Twitch's approval to know that I am a Twitch partner. Twitch functions weird, yeah. Please no drown. Yeah, I often look at it as like Twitch is just slow, like old Internet Explorer. They'll eventually catch up to the fact that I've been Twitch partner this whole time, and then they'll be like, "Oh, Ben, you're a Twitch partner now." I'm like, "Yeah, thank you. I know. Like, I know you're a bit Internet Explorer, but I'm glad you finally caught up to the times." But yeah, like, I would love nothing more, just as like a sheer experiment. I would love to know how I would react, because I guess for Twitch partner, there's like this moment where you submit your application to become Twitch partner, and then there's like a 3-month long waiting period, like analytical period, where you're getting examined, like, oh, is this guy meeting all expectations and whatnot. And like, I'm genuinely curious to see if I get that like Twitch partner, like, because I don't know, I don't think I would, but boy, I would love to be wrong just to experience what like most of my fellow streamers have experienced with that. Because I've had people and friends in the past tell me like, oh my god, you know, when I was waiting for that Twitch application to go through, like I was sick to my stomach. I was getting nervous to even go live. I was stressing out. And I'm like, I wonder if I'll have that reaction. Like I would love to see if I have that reaction. Because like I've always viewed Twitch partner as a byproduct and not an end goal. So I like, part of me says that like it wouldn't affect me, and even if it did, it would be like Legolas drinking all that booze in Lord of the Rings, where he's like, feel something tingly in my pinky finger. I think it's affecting me. But maybe I would like totally break down and be like, guys, I'm stressing out, man. We got to do the raid pushes and all this stuff and blah blah blah. But like with how I view Twitch partner, I just like, I think it's just like so like far beyond. Because it's not like I wouldn't hold any value to it, but like you guys are my value. So like I've already won the treasure. Like what is a little like purple thing that's gonna be attached to my chest? Like I don't stream for a little pin. I stream for you guys. Your R purple check mark too said, oh Julian, yes. That's right, my monitor's in the way. I tried giving you guys a hug. Like, I tried hugging the webcam right now. I used to work at a very large social media company, and algos are often wonky at them. And the examination happens before your application. Oh, does it? Okay. Well, hey, dude, I would love somebody from Twitch to hang out here. Like if they need a wholesome community to hang out with and just like detox for the day, like the more the merrier. I want people to come here and be like, this is the place to detox after a long, hard day of work, dealing with people that I didn't want to have to deal with. And now I get to just like kick up on a virtual couch and just chill and vibe and listen to an idiotic blue fox try to spoke words correctly. And that's why we changed the channel, the channel's identity to the Star Park, because it more accurately encompasses what I'm trying to achieve. And that's just like a fun detoxing place to vibe at. Guys, I think we did it. All right, cool. Off to bed. Night, Bengali. Need to wake up early tomorrow, dude. I do too. We've got about an hour left of our adventure tonight. If anyone deserves a purple pin, it's you guys. Like you guys have made my life so much more exciting and fun and just overall better in general. So how do we get sent for Twitch or Sony CEO? Oh my god, dude. No, like, no joke. If I was ever offered the position of Bungie CEO, I would take it. I may fail, but I would take it and try to like save one of my favorite franchises on this planet. I was so excited for stream after a super stressful day. Dark, I'm so glad. Oh, hopefully, Dark, your stress has come way down with me yapping like a mad foxo. I was a professional. Oh, that's right, Cole. That's right. You were a professional moderator until like 3 weeks ago. They laid me off. Man, Cole, I'm sorry to hear that. My stress, whoa, hold on. My stress is 99% below where it was. I don't know why I held the S so long, but I did. Okay. Oh, man. I know this is still a ways off. It's next month, but I just wanted to give you guys a heads up now. Mid-July, I will not be streaming for about 2 weeks, maybe 3. I'm actually going to be gone on vacation. I'm going up to Michigan for about 2 weeks, I would say. Almost 2 weeks. So just to give you guys a heads up, the Star Park will be closed for 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks in July. So let's paste. Ooh, okay. Back on. Okay, so let me look at this here. Color overlay. Why does it look like that? Does it look weird to you guys? Why does it look like that? No. I didn't use the pen tool? Oh no, you guys have to start over. I think. Wait. Maybe I don't. I don't know. Why is it looking like that? Does it look weird to you guys? I feel like it looks weird. Maybe it's just the color. Let's change the color. Maybe it'll look less weird. I don't know why it looks like that. I'm not satisfied with how that looks. Dude, why does it look like that? I'm very not okay with how that looks. What is actually happening right now? Why does it look like that now? Why does it look like that now? Random, hi! If you don't have a Pokemon, or if you don't remember, did that kid just disappear? Did the kid just Houdini? I think we... Brandon, hello everybody. What are we fighting for? You know what's funny? Like, I don't know why. Like, I know what you guys are referencing, but my brain immediately was like, and the girl we're fighting for from Mulan. Oh my goodness, Brandon, hi, Toshiba, hi, how are you doing? Wait, no, Toshabi. Wow, I totally got that wrong. Loki, hello, how are you doing? Fugato? I hope I said that name right. Hello, Falma, hello, Black Waltz, hello. How was Pokemon Black version 2, or Pokemon Black 2? PB, hello, how are you doing? Cole, welcome. I even though you've already been here, I'm just gonna welcome you again. He didn't have enough badges to continue existence. Oh no, P. Oh no. Puppy Ross, thank you for the follow. Toshabi, thank you for the follow. Who else have I not said hi to? We got past Roxy. Ooh. Wait. Have you guys gotten to the Sky Arrow Bridge yet? No, right? That's I think that's later. I love that bridge. Hope you're having a great day. Oh, PB, I'm having a phenomenal day. It's Pizza Friday Eve. Tomorrow is the last day for school. I'm running on auxiliary power. We're building out a water crystal tonight, and then we're going to be doing storyboarding for animation later, if there's time. I actually don't know if we're going to have time because I keep yapping all over the place. But the idea is to work on a storyboard for this animation commission that I'm going to be getting from one of my friends, Serena. I'm commissioning her to do an animated piece for me. But in order to help her out, I'm going to be doing a storyboard and then subsequently following it up with an animatic so that she kind of understands like what my vision is for this particular animated scene. And all of this revolving around what I'm calling Project Loaf, which is going to be my biggest project on this channel yet. It is, look, it's not that I'm going to be trying to make it so that people are like, whoa, what is this guy doing over here? I'm just doing this as a thank you to the Brushtail Brigade, which is our community here. But it's something that's never before been done or seen on the, I would say, the platform. Like, people have done things like it in the past, but like I've never seen it to the extent that I'm building this thing out. Basically going to be like a month-long event. And this, what you're seeing here is some spoilers for that which I am designing for this channel, for this giant Project Loaf. So these are our 4 elemental crystals that are going to play a huge role in whatever Project Loaf is. Stick around long enough as a Brushtail Brigadier, and you could be almost guaranteed that I will accidentally spill more of the beans about Project Loaf, like I did 2 weeks ago, where I basically accidentally explained what the Fantastic Five were. Oops! One of my biggest spoilers for Project Loaf in forever. Matt, hello, how are you doing? Oh, hang on. Wait, let me actually, instead of yapping about Project Loaf, let me explain what this channel is to those from Brandoom's channel who are just coming in for the very first time. I wrote this little like blurb down. I thought it was kind of cute, but maybe it's too like, I don't know, sales pitchy. You guys can tell me. I'm not very good at introducing myself, so like I come up with like variations of how to do it. So this recent one, where is it? Oh my goodness, another raid. Well, I guess it gives me a chance to figure out what I did with this. Okay. Yeah, oh, I see. Oh, no. Well, too bad Panda wasn't there to see that one. Easy! Thank you so much for the raid! As well, Lakeos, thank you for the tier 1 sub. AZ Raiders, welcome on in. How was Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time? Okay, Brandoom, and those coming in from Brandoom's raid from earlier. So I found the little like blurb that I wrote down a couple of days ago. So this might sound a little cheesy, and this might sound like like I'm reading it off of a little post-it note, which basically I am. Okay, so let me introduce this channel to you. So welcome to the Brushtail Star Park, an interactive variety stream where at its heart is you, the community. Come, relax, hang out, and get lost in the chaos. An adventure awaits. I'm such a nerd. It sounds so nerdy. But I guess that's part and parcel to the vibes here on the channel. FHA! Hi, how are you doing? Welcome on in. So yeah, like, so we're a variety stream, but more so we lean heavily into like a bunch of different interactive, like, crazy things. Like down below, you just saw something happen at the bottom of our screen. That's called Loaf Quest. It's literally like a JRPG where you guys are the main cast of characters, and you guys are trying to help Loaf get to the end of the map on the screen. Look out for the action commands over on the right hand of the screen, but to the left of the count up timer. Well, right now it says Loaf Quest, but you'll watch it, like it'll slide over and it'll show you the action commands for the overworld. They're chats, they're chat commands. So ! Loaf will move Loaf forward, and then if Loaf is ever low on HP or shields, you can do ! Rest followed by a number of Brushtail tokens to buy Loaf a bento box that'll heal him. Loaf be zooming? Yeah, dude, Loaf has gotten 3 treasure chests tonight, I think. You guys have been going crazy. Of course, Loaf loves it because he gets his cinnamon rolls. Anyways, we're working on a water crystal tonight. My hope is that I don't yap so much that I don't get to the storyboard. So we're going to be doing some storyboarding tonight, which is a prerequisite step to animating. Because I'm going to be purchasing a commission from one of my friends, Serena, who I have been following her work for years now, and she is going to be helping me animate a couple of things in Project Loaf. And then I got to get with Diffuse Moose. He's one of my voice actors, and I need him to record a line or two for whatever we're working on. Polipan? I'm gonna just say Pan for now until you correct me. But ice is technically a water crystal. True. And this is why, Pan, I wanted to make the water crystal symmetrical, because I feel like water also can be like harmonious, and nothing's more harmonious than pure symmetry. Even though we probably are way off the topic since we kind of moved on and have a novel to write, but I had a novel to write about when we've been hanging out. Considering the work you put into your stream, I do believe that you should have the purple check mark. The animations during the stream, startup, loading, screen transition, gift subs, the creation of the Star Park, the Brushtail rank up stuff where you give recognition to the Brigadiers. You have a mini game that is played entirely in your stream. The stuff coming in Project Loaf. You're telling me that you don't deserve the purple checkmark? You can't change my mind on that. We love you, Zed. I love you guys too. And honestly, it's funny because like I'm not doing any of this. I'm not doing like everything you just listed, Flair. I'm not doing any of it in the hopes of getting a purple check mark by Twitch. I'm just doing it like as a thank you to express to you guys the passion I have for you, like how much you guys have changed my life, how much fun it is to do all of this, and like I genuinely have fun with you guys. And so like me coming up with these crazy ideas and these crazy contraptions and whatnot, it's literally just like, oh dude, like wouldn't it be cool if like I could play something like this with my friends? And I'm like, wait a minute, I have the skills to do that. All right, let's do it. Why not? Like the brigade, I'm sure would be super on board with this. And even if they're not, like we'll still have some sort of fun. You'll have a fun time. Oh yeah. AZ, Oh, and this goes double for you too, Brandoom. If you guys need to do some post-stream care, absolutely get some post-stream care, food, water, hydrate, get up and stretch, or go to sleep, because I know, at least for me, it's starting to get late. We have about an hour left on our adventure here at the Star Park. But yeah, so like you guys are what I focus on, and this is why I say, like, the purple check mark is going to be a byproduct of the fun moments and the special, warm, wholesome moments that we as a community make here. And so for me, it's not, oh, when am I going to be Twitch partner? Or sorry. I'm so glad I stopped myself. I literally reversed the two words. I was gonna say, it's not if we get, sorry, it's not when we get Twitch partners, if we get Twitch partners. I'm like, wait a minute, that's, no. See, you guys, I can't spoke properly. This is why I know it's not an if I get Twitch partner, it's only a matter of when I get Twitch partner, because these special moments that I try to make with you guys, that they're like, nobody's gonna be able to stop that. Like, all these beautiful, wonderful, wholesome moments, funny moments, special moments, magical moments that we have on this channel, like, whether I want to get Twitch partner or not, because we're having so much fun here, it's an inevitability. Even if I didn't want Twitch partner, I'm not going to stop making these magical moments for you, for the channel, for the holiday season, like our end of the year holiday events, like that unrelenting fun. I'm gonna get it. And so, like, why do I even need to bother with it if I know it's just gonna be some byproduct that's it's almost like you know, you buy a house and your house is like, oh, the real estate agent's like, oh dude, here's your front yard, look at all this green grass. Well, you know, with all the care, like, the grass is gonna grow, and there's not anything I can do to stop it. It's gonna grow, and it's gonna grow. The grass is gonna grow because I like taking care of the grass. I'm like, I'm gonna put some fertilizer on. I'm gonna mow the lawn I mean, I don't actually like doing this IRL, but like, this is just the analogy I'm giving. I'm like, oh, you know, oh, you know what? No, actually, you know what? Let's go with flowers. I like flowers. I don't like mowing the lawn, but I like flowers. So, like, I'm making this little garden, and I'm giving it like a little soil here and there. Oh, here's some water. Oh, nutrients. Let's put nutrients. And the flowers are gonna grow like crazy. There's not anything I can do about it because I love doing it. Like, there's nothing I can do to stop it. Like, I'm treating these little flowers like really good, really nicely, and naturally they're gonna react to it, and the flowers are gonna bloom, and boom, bunch of flowers in my garden. Like, did I necessarily want this many flowers? I don't know, but it just happened because I was caring for my little garden. Literally, that's what's gonna happen here. I'm minding my own business, and I'm having some fun with you guys, and I'm creating some fun moments and doing some wacky art and fun interactive things, and naturally the flowers are boom, flowers everywhere, and then Twitch is gonna come in and be like, dude, who's this guy who's building all these flowers? And I'm like, I don't know, like, this is me. I'm doing my own thing, and they're gonna be like, here, we award you. Oh, thank you, I guess. I'll put this little Twitch checkmark thing somewhere, but like, my flowers, there's the real treasure right there. Maybe I'll just put the little checkmark next to the flowers, you know? And there's gonna be nothing I can do to stop Twitch from eventually coming in here and being like, here's your Twitch partner badge. I'm like, oh, I got great, thank you. Like, you guys want to hang out? Like, we're having a fun time over here. I don't like. Thank you again for the badge, but like, did you want to hang? I would love to meet more people, right? But that's how I view it. That's how I view it. It's just like I just like tending to this little garden I have, and like, no matter what I do, like rain or shine, in the spring the flowers are gonna just come out of the planter box. I mean, holy mackerel, dude! What's up with all these flowers? They're everywhere. I'm like, I was doing, I was reading my little gardening textbook, and I was like, oh, put the little dash of fertilizer here, a little, and then, so it's like, why do I need I'm not gonna worry about it. Because, like, ultimately the flowers are you guys in this situation. I love seeing the flowers. Like, you guys are my treasure. And I just feel like I wish I could give this feeling to more streamers, because I feel like too many streamers get so hung up like, oh, I'm only going to be validated if I get the purple check mark. And I'm like, why do you need a company to validate you? Like, look at your little flowers, dude. They're coming to your stream every time. Like, they're the treasure. I'm on the Black Pearl, I'm a pirate, I'm looking for treasure. You guys are that, not some one-off celebration. And that's the other thing that bothers me. It's like, when you get the purple check mark, yeah, you could celebrate it, and you probably should celebrate it, but it's a one-off thing, right? You get it, you're like, cool, yay, Twitch party, blah, blah, blah. But for me, I get to celebrate every stream, like, because you guys are my purple check marks. Like, every time, every single time you guys come in, and I get to celebrate all over again. It's a constant celebration. I see Panda, I see AZ, I see Cole, I see Dark, and all of that is like, just another. It's like, cool, we get to celebrate together. Oh my god, Falma, hi! Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Brushtail Brigade. Thank you for the follow, and congratulations. You are our newest Brushtail adventurer. Anyways, sorry, I probably went off on a huge tangent there, and you guys are probably, oh my god, I'm so far behind. Oh my god, oh wait, let's back it up, quickly. Yes, I did it. Okay, I was fast enough. Oh, in case you guys are new to the channel, that was our YouTube thumbnail generator. You can literally create YouTube thumbnails for our VOD channel, and then we vote on them in the Discord server every week. So, see, I don't want to just like, I just want to be like, oh, come into this channel and watch me stream. Like, I want to be a part. Like, I don't ever look at it as like, oh, I'm the head streamer guy, and you guys are all my little tiny workers, and you guys show up to my stream, and I just expect it, right? Like, I want to, like, I'm one of you guys. I never want to be like that one guy on the pillar, like, oh, all hail the sun, oh, look, his glory, oh, I think he looked at me, oh, and, like, all that stuff, like, you know when you go to, like a music festival, and then, like, the main band guy is there, right? And then the main band guy starts singing, and you got like all the girls in the front row. I'm back here. Never wash my cheek again, or my eyeballs, or whatever, because he stared at me. Like, I don't want. Like, I want to be the guy right there with those shouting girls. I don't know what we'd be looking at, but like, I want to be right there with you guys, be like, yeah, and like, I don't know, and. It might be weird because there might be nobody up on stage, but I'd be like, yeah, and you guys might be looking at me weird too, but that's fine. But yeah, like, I don't want to be on that pedestal. Like, I want to be like, what? This is why whenever innately it's just like I just call it we, like, oh, this is our channel. Like I never was like, oh, this is my channel. Like you guys are just you and this is my channel. No, it's our channel. Like we are the Brushtail Brigade. Like together. Like if you're not there, we're not the Brushtail Brigade. If I'm not there, we're not the Brushtail Brigade. It is us being like nice little cozy community doing like wacky things, like whatever. I don't know. I don't know if I'm making any sense. Sorry, I need to catch up on you guys. To real Troll Soul, is that a throwback to oh yes! Yes! Oh wait, did I miss it? Oh, did we fight the Troll Soul? Dude, that's a rare boss fight in Loaf Quest. Yeah, that's a harken back to Troll and Roll. Yeah. No offense said, but I really won't be sticking around long because I was Lycaos, no, and never apologize. Lycaos, like your life comes first. If you need sleep or something, like absolutely take care of that first. If you said you were in the middle of a book, like that comes first, right? Like the Star Park is always here, it'll always be here. If you have the time, come on, hang out with us at the Star Park. If you don't ever feel the need that you need to stay. I'll admit, I feel like I have read quite a bit of positions. I farmed epic Latros in Destiny 2. Wait, is that the raid boss? Drac, is that the raid boss? Dude, I'm so hyped for the Destiny 2 update. I'm so when it's not when, it's if. Words are hard, brain no work. I can't words right. Yeah, dude, I cannot words right. It's not when we get Twitch parties.
Oh my god, you made it quote.
That is so. Oh my god, I swallowed wrong. That is so funny. Yes, just another great quote added to our quote library. The Star Park entered a war with the Cabal on Mars. Dude, that's what's playing right now. I'm saying you deserve the recognition. Wait, so you like talking? Oh, taking. Wow, I can't read right either. Taking care of the yard. No, Taylor. It was an analogy. See, Taylor knows how much I hate yard work. It was an analogy. Don't get excited, Taylor. River, the grass may be greener on the other side of the fence, but that's just because that's where your neighbor's septic tank is located. What's a septic tank? I'm not sure I know what that is. So I just saw the replies you meant. Oh, I know, dude, Kaz, I didn't mean for it to be that many replies. And then after I wrote the last reply, I'm like, dang, dude, Kaz is gonna be inundated, and I did not even mean it. See, Kaz, when I get passionate, sometimes I forget how many words per minute I'm like typing out. Leaching fields are always green like crazy. Yeah, it's just the backyard at my parents' house looks like a jungle after 3 days. Also said, I'm sorry if I confused and made it seem like Destiny 2 was never profitable, because it was. I'll never say it wasn't, and then I said it wasn't profitable. I was meaning more recent. I mean, I kind of figured that, but in like my passionate like reply, I was just like, yeah, this sounds good in my brain, right? Gavin, hi, how are you doing? Blue Fox, wait. Okay. Yeah, Gammon is amazing. DKG called me cute. I gotta crash, have a good one, Flowers. Cole, you have a wonderful night's sleep. Thank you for stopping by. San, you're always wait, you're also a treasure too. Oh, thank you, Julian. Yeah, I'm like really far behind here. Everyone, when they see Sen, giga gas. Sen sees me, I'm in my jammies. I'm not decent. I love sweet tangents, dude. I flip and go on them all the time. Oh, by the way, before I continue, anybody who's just arriving, we are doing an art raffle tonight. So exclamation mark raffle in the chat will get you in the proverbial hat, and then I'll draw a name at the end of the night. I go on tangents more often than I should. Dude, they're so fun. But see, this is why I love art and chill, because this is why we didn't call it like anything other than art and chill, because I wanted it to be a place where I could do art, but then also get like super sidetracked with you guys and just start chit-chatting. So in case, well, I shouldn't say that. I should say, so the early days of my streaming, I actually used to do 8-hour long just chatting streams, and oh my god, those were so much fun to do with you guys. But then of course I got a full-time job, and so like I couldn't do 8-hour just chatting streams, but I didn't want to lose the idea of like just chatting with you guys. So that's when I created the art and chill segment of our channel, where it's like I could do art, but then also be so loosey-goosey about it there, where I can go on side tangents and just like chit chat with you guys. So that's basically what you're seeing now, is basically the essence of art and chill. Like we started off doing art, and then I got distracted, and I haven't touched art in like maybe like 15 minutes, and then I'll be like, okay, maybe we should get back to it. But before I do, I definitely want to catch up on chat here. Sometimes I go on a tangent of tangent. Oh, dude, that sounds like me. Depends on what kind of jammies they are. What's going on over there? Bamboo jammies. I use wait, what are bamboo jammies? Cause like I just vision like literally just bamboo, like a bamboo t-shirt, like hard bamboo. You're like like walking around in like this bamboo t-shirt. That's what I think, anyways. Anyways. Sounds decent enough. Yeah, this says exclamation mark raffle, you guys. I look like a Victorian old man. Oh my goodness. Did I hear rain? Oh, Egret! Egret, hi, how are you doing? Don't die. Don't worry, I won't die. I have water. Actually, dude, I should open up my windows. It is 81 degrees in my room right now, even though it's 10:48 at night. Oh, I love this song. That doesn't know what a septic tank is? I don't. So we don't have those over here. A septic tank is a tank buried underground. It's used to break down waste from... Oh! Oh. I learned something today. Look, okay? I don't inspect that. The toilets all that much, okay? They come pre-installed in a house. I'm like, cool, that just works. Yeah, dude, I my SoCal is showing. Look, I just go into a house and they're like, yeah, it's a 2-bedroom house, 2-bedroom, 1-bath house. Congratulations, it's a working toilet. I'm like, cool, that's all I need to know. I didn't know there was a thing called a septic tank, like somewhere underground. I mean, maybe I did, but I didn't know it was called a septic tank, but... But see, this is why we work great together as a team. You guys all know what a septic tank is, and then you all look at me like, Sen, why don't you know what a septic tank is? And then you teach me! And then I sound less like an idiot in the future! So it takes what the toilet goes to when you're not hooked up to the city waste management. Oh, so is it like? I know this is gonna sound stupid, but is it like a toggle? Like, oh, waste management isn't active right now. Okay, better go to the septic tank. Or is it just the septic tank just there? Then you have septic tanks in SoCal? Yeah. I'm finding that out live in front of a live studio audience. Oh my goodness. Something wrong? You only see it if it's there. Boy, I need water. That flower speech took a toll on my throat that I didn't mean to. Like in rural areas. I need to share this clip. Just there, it's where it's where all your bathroom aftermath goes. Oh. Interesting. We are Sen's live studio audience. Yes, I'm giving you a what is that? A Coyote Award? Van, hello. How are you doing? Okay, so I caught up on chat. Let me open up the window actually. Love it, you guys. I'm turning on my giant fan. There's no reason I opened up my window and it was like it was equal temperature outside as it was inside. I'm like, not dealing with that. Okay, let's get back to, now that I have been enlightened about the glories of a septic tank, let me actually get back to doing a water crystal. Points at Discord clips. Yes. Yes, doggo. But it's my only fan. Okay. Let me see how I'm gonna do this. Okay, so I think I want to start with up here. Oh, wait. I almost did it on the wrong way. Oh, I found her. Oh, when AZ raided, I figured out what was going on with what I was feeling. It was the sketch. It was the sketch layer. I just shut it off. Easy. No, Van. I didn't Google it. You guys told me what it was. They were like, oh, something septic tank, and I was like, septic tank? I don't think we have one of those over there. And everybody looked at me and they were like, Sen, everyone has them. And I was like, oh. So I learned something today. See, as much as I try to sound smart and act smart and look smart, there's moments where the illusion breaks down. Okay, what are we doing? What is this even called? What did I call this? Down here. Crystal detail. Okay, copy. Crystal detail. No, dude, I looked at the time. We only have about 40 minutes left before we have to close down shop today. I have to be pretty strict about our time tonight. Simply because I have, it's gonna be crazy at work tomorrow, and I've got a very early but busy schedule ahead of me. Even though I don't want to. I'm actually having way too much fun with you guys tonight. Dude, I came in and I'm like, dude, I don't know how I'm gonna survive tonight. I am so exhausted, but I don't want to tell the brigade that because then they'll start to worry. But oh my god, dude, I am very much more alive than I was when I first started streaming tonight. Real type, those are scary. Wait, what's scary? Not everyone has it? Oh, help Panda. Wait, oh, did I do another thing? So not everybody has it? It's about a funny as Danny opening Pillsbury biscuit. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, those are scary, dude. Every time, especially like sometimes I get like the Pillsbury Doughboy cinnamon roll thing. And like I thwack it on the side, and I'm like, dude, why isn't this? It never opens for me, so I'm always assuming like it's just gonna explode. Crazy. Matt, hi. I don't know if I said hi to you yet, Matt, but hello, welcome on in. Just karate chop it. That sounds even more scary. So what I do is like I take it and like I'll bang it on the side of a table. And like it never seems to work for me. And then I give it over to Send Mom and just one thwack and it opens. I'm like, what? Like what kind of sorcery is this? I don't even know. Okay, so this I'm gonna do right in here. Already looking good. I'm excited. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this on the top. Okay. And then we're gonna do this on the way top. So then we got a little bit of this on the bottom as well. And then the purple is gonna come in. So we're gonna do like a little purple here. I like putting too much purple. There's also like sprinkles of purple up in here. And then we also need, I think we need this. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do some of that here. Getting there. I feel like I'm getting there. I'm also gonna do a little bit in the middle here. Just a little bit, and I think we're good to go. Now comes the fun part. This is what I love doing. I love smudging. Yeah, dude. Sometimes moms have like supervision and super strength, and I'm just like, dude, I don't know, man. Be like super loosey-goosey with this. Ooh, look at it. Oh my god, I'm already loving how this is coming out. They just gotta be loosey-goosey. Baby, look at it, dude. We haven't even gotten to the middle section. I'm already loving this. To poke it with the spoon? Poke it with the spoon? Sounds even more dangerous, because like what if the spoon like flies out of my hand? I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking it. Dude, I'm going crazy. Going crazy with the crystal. Smudge it all over the place, and then we're gonna do bit. It kind of looks like clouds in the middle, in all honesty. Oh, this purple is gonna look nice when it's all smudgy. This is the secret to how I do magic, by the way, like how I illustrate magic, is the smudge tool is my best friend. Like you can get some pretty sick fire looking effects. Nudging on in there. I also need to like keep in mind the push this way. Oh, I love this song. Comes from Sun, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. I think we need to go over. I think we need to go over the white. I think the white is too predominant in this. That's just the vibe I'm getting. Like I like the dark, but I don't think the white in the middle is as I was intending it. I think it's too much. Oh my god, that looks so good. I also, you know what? I don't know how I feel about I honestly don't know how I feel about the lines yet. So I think I want to push this up a little bit more. Oh, wait. Let's see here. Okay. Loving the top, loving the bottom, loving the midsections. But that white in the middle, I think that's too much. I honestly think that it's a little too much. I think we need to clamp down a little bit more on the... Maybe not clamp down, but I think we need blotches of lighter blue in the darker blue section. Oh, you know what else I'm feeling? Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to refine this a little bit. Yeah, so like, you know what I was doing here and how I was respecting the boundaries between each. I'm not doing that here, which is why it looks bizarre right now. So I think we're gonna have to like change some stuff up. But first and foremost, we need to talk about that middle section. I'm not jiving with it as much. And I think all it needs really is I think it just needs to cool down a little bit with the white. I think if we just like get in there, tone it down a little bit. That is not smudge tool. Smudge it a little bit here and there. I don't know, man. I don't know. There's wait. Boog, right? Wait. Bogue. There we go. Vogue, hi, how are you doing? Sorry, I forgot to respond. The crystal looks awesome. Oh, thank you. I'm still... Vivi? Hey, there we go. Yes. That's a lot easier for my brain. I should have done that last time, Vivi. I don't even know why I didn't think about that. I'm such a dork there. Vivi, you might have to remind me. Like, you know how I am. I haven't changed much. I flippin' can't remember names worth the life of me. Okay. So I'm kind of digging it. I think there's a little bit of refinement that we can utilize here. Yeah, I'm trying to think how I can refine this a little bit better. See, right now, it's I like the design in the background. Like, I think it looks intriguing. The problem I have with it, though, actually, I have two things that I think we need to change a little bit here. Is it looks more detailed than the fire crystal. So there's I gotta fix that. So I think what we do is I think we lessen. Dark, you're heading to bed. Have a wonderful night. Yes, Dark, you have a wonderful night. Shinobi, hi. I know my arms aren't working right now, but Shinobi, I am gonna take all that love, whatever you put in chat, and I will stuff it into my fur. Yeah, I think what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to tone down how much color we put in the middle. We need to make it. Okay, hang on. Yeah, I think there's too much happening in the middle. And it's causing the crystal to look way more detailed than its brother, the fire crystal. So let me actually try simplifying simplifying it a little bit in terms of the colors, and then we'll slowly add to it if we need to. But already this is feeling a lot better to its brother right next to it. I think what I'm also gonna do here is I'm also gonna like really push and pull some of these colors to like really accentuate the fractaline the fractaline differences. I got cheese. Alivard, hello, how are you doing? Then take the love. I am. Even in the Shadow Realm, I am taking all the love and stuffing it into my fur. Thank you, Shinobi. Okay. Okay. There's still, I feel like there's still something we could be adding to the middle of it. And I think what I'm gonna do here is I think I'm gonna push this coloration down a little bit. Something along these lines. Oh, maybe not so much. Let me push some of this color back up here. Okay. I feel like almost there. Almost to what I'm looking for. Because see, I don't want to overdo it and cause the fire crystal to be overshadowed by the detail I put into the water crystal. I want them to feel like they're part of the same batch. And that's where I'm like kind of struggling right now. Okay. Whoops. I went. So again, the top and the bottom are really doing it for me. Like I think it's visibly relatable, yes. I mean that might even require me to go back to the fire crystal and like maybe add another color or two in it, or like darken up. Oh wait, what if we try that? Wait, hold on. Let me look at something here. Austin, hello. How are you doing? Actually, let me look at something here really quickly. What if we just darken up? Maybe the problem is just that we haven't. It's just needing to be darker, like a straight up red. I think actually the red works a lot better, like the deep red. Hang on. Edit, fill. Yeah, like let's just make it straight up red. And then we might touch up the fire crystal some more as we get. Mine messages has been buried under the views. Oh no, I'm sorry, BB. Hang on, let me go back up. Twitch keeps showing you in my collab selections to knock on your door, but I feel like you. Oh no! Don't ever think that you're out of anyone's league, that myself included. I will say I'm not somebody who usually does co-streams. It's very few and far between that I do collabs, and that's not for any other reason than overload, I guess, for me. Like what's the word I'm looking for? A sensory overload. I think make the center how it looks on the top of the crystal. You'll have it. At least for me, the top screams like water crystal. Yeah. So we're definitely like circling it. Yeah, sensory overload. Because like with how distractible I am and how distractible I get. Nav, hi, how are you doing? Is so it's just enough where I can keep up with you guys and myself and then whatever we're doing, whether it's art or gaming. But then you tack on another streamer to it and then their chat, I start to get overwhelmed. So it's not very frequently that I do co-streams. For that reason. Like I get, because then my brain can't keep up with both like my co-streamer, like if we're having like banter back and forth between co-streamers, and you guys. So oftentimes when I do a co-stream, and then those people who have seen me do co-streams in the past, my focus is basically on co-streamer and like what we're doing. And then like I don't know how else to describe it. I don't mean to make this sound mean, but sometimes like you guys get lost in the weeds where like I'm not as responsive to you guys. So in those moments where like the dynamic changes up immensely, where during those streams, because I can't keep up with everything, like I basically again, I don't mean to make this sound mean, but I tend to sacrifice like your and my interaction for the co-streamer. And it's the reason I do that is not because like, oh, I don't want to talk to you guys anymore, but rather I look at the co-streamer as like, you know, if you ever go to a convention, there's always like a guest of honor, right? So I look at the co-streamer as a guest of honor. Like we are inviting him to co-stream with us. He is our guest of honor at the Star Park. Like I always have you guys, right? Like you guys and I, we are like tight knit, and every stream we have each other. But in this stream, since he's the guest of honor, like I want to make sure that I give attention to the guests of honor because they're not usually around the Star Park. So I want them to feel special. So that's why most of my attention goes to the co-streamer. But like that distractible part of me, like constantly wants to go back and chit chat with you guys. I'm like, wait, no, this is guest of honor. Like, make sure we're making them feel special and, you know, attending to whatever conversation that we're having. I get that. My social battery is pretty low. Yeah, and well, this is what I love about streaming is like I'm able to socialize, but also be in a comfort zone where my social battery doesn't drain as quickly as like if I were in like a social setting. One of the things I love about streaming is I get to masquerade as an extrovert for a couple hours every Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays. You can turn off that function so that it stops displaying that for others. Wait. Wait, what are we is so bad. I feel you. So wait, what function, Bio? Sorry, I'm already forgetting what we were talking about. The knock function. Oh. Gervard, hello. Wait, what are these crystals? These are the crystals for my current project I'm working on for stream. It's going to be a fire crystal, a water crystal, So we finished the fire crystal. We're working on the water crystal. Next is the earth crystal. And the final one is the wind crystal. He hates me. No! Oliver, no! Okay. So, everybody who has said everything about the water crystal so far, I totally agree with you guys. I think the top and the bottom look very much like a water crystal, but the middle, something's not clicking just yet with the middle, and I think it's because we need some lighter colors here. But I don't know exactly where I want to put these lighter colors. Do I try the middle again? Maybe I do this. Wait, hold on. Oops. Wait, isn't this... Yeah, this is Destiny 2. Okay, so crystal detail. So I'm thinking, let's go down. Okay, let's try something like that. See what happens. Actually, like, push this up here. This, some push and pull. Okay. Okay, let's try all this. And then something like this. If it looked more like water, you know, PB, I was thinking about that. Hydration crystals will be the next update for Project Loaf. Feeling sleepy. Kiru, you have a wonderful night. Oh god, we only have like 7 more minutes. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad, Kiru. Yes, you have a wonderful night's sleep and have a magnificent Pizza Friday tomorrow. Because with the fire crystal, the lines define a shape, and the water crystal just looks like it has lines drawn on it. Yeah. No, I feel that. I feel that. I need to, like... I'm trying to figure out, like, how I can define shape a little bit better. Do the 4 crystals live in harmony? I bet the fire will attack and the master of all 4 will vanish. Maybe you could try doing some light ripple or wave effects like anime water. I'm trying to think of an example, but like odd honeycomb shapes to show the water sloshing kind. Although what you're doing right now already looks cool. No, so Falma, I get what you're saying. I feel like I should do something like that. I do like the bubble idea. Because the dark blue colors, yeah. Like maybe I need to tone down the dark blue. Like maybe that's what's missing. Maybe we tone it down and we put, what about going back to this purple? Maybe we add like a little purple, be down here a little bit. I don't know, I'm just doing a quick thing. Yeah, I think we might omit the purple. But let me try something here. What if we add like a little blue? Whoops. What if we add like a little blue right down here? What would that look like? Maybe like a little blue. Just to break it up a little bit. We'll see what that looks like. Okay. I feel like it breaks it up a little bit. I don't know. I don't vibe with the purple. It starts to make it look dark. Oh, yeah, you're right, you're right. What about adding that little bit of detail down below? I think it helps break it up a little bit. I think we need a big swing for the top though. Ripple effect would be awesome. Maybe inlay some reflected light. I'll definitely think about it. Like, these are great ideas, but also I don't want it to be overly detailed where like the fire crystal starts, because I want it to be stylized a little bit. But I think you need a lighter blue to mix in, like cartoon water blue. Cartoon water blue. So maybe like more, maybe that color? Maybe, oh, what if we add a little bit here, a splash here? But then what if we do the same thing but from up here? Like break it up like that. We'll see. Let's see what this looks like. It's like naturally the crystal's gonna be lighter up top, right? Also, I love this song. Okay. Oh, let me also like actually do this to the... Let's actually like push some of this color up here. Huh. Nailed it with the top. Yeah, that definitely the top. I don't think it's hitting yet. I don't think we hit it. Maybe this is hitting a little bit better. I was gonna say the top section of the middle crystal, you said it should get darker where the water gets deeper maybe, so having like a dark top feels a little off. That's true. Yeah, maybe, okay, hang on. What if we go and get rid of most of the dark? Like, not all of it, but most of it? So where, like... where it's like deep waters are below? Yeah, maybe that's what's missing. Maybe I'm thinking about it incorrectly. Where like the top should be lighter naturally, and the bottom should be darker because it's deeper. Like we're looking at an ocean, right? As it's coming down. I'm starting to feel something here. I don't know if you guys... Not yet. We haven't found the sauce. Yeah, we haven't found it yet. But maybe we're getting closer here. And then let's try... I feel like we're getting close though. Yeah, I'm 107% cooked. That's not good. Okay, what if we do a foamy? I don't know. I'm just like putting color down. We're gonna see what happens here. I don't know. Okay, wait. What if we do... Can you feel it, Mr. Krabs? Art thou feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Hmm. Yeah, we're definitely starting to lose cohesion with the top. So let's try Little Dark. But I'm liking the ocean effect. Yeah, the ocean, I feel like the ocean effect is definitely I think we're spot on. I think there's a nice cohesion at the bottom. I think we're just like missing the cohesion on the top now. But I think once we nail that, I think we'll have it. Maybe like a splash of dark here. Or that oceanic. Maybe that's a little too much. We move the paint around a little bit here. It definitely feels more oceany, but yeah, there's something. I feel like we're close. The top, you could smudge it so that maybe it creates a slight whirlpool effect on top. Let me actually save really quickly. Let me save this. Here. Oh, maybe that's all that's missing. How are you? I'm doing good. To fall asleep to it when Nick. Wait, Nico. Wow. Wait, hold on. My brain. Hi, Nico. How are you doing? Okay, hang on. What if all that's missing is like a light dusting? Okay, hang on. Squish your face! Oh my goodness, my face has been squished. Oh, whoops. That is the brush tool, that's not the smudge tool. So what if we retract it a little bit? Just a tiny bit. And then sweet bean. I will, especially when I'm not exhausted. I'm gonna try something here. What if the main issue is actually like just typical shine stuff? Where it's this, right? And then what if we got like another one, this, and then you see where I'm going with that? Where it's like again, I don't know if this is what's missing. I mean, probably to an extent it is. But I think before we get there, like, we just need to make sure that we're cohesive. Oh my god, I'm already over time. Oh no, oh no. Okay, hang on. Okay. All right. Unfortunately, that's where we're gonna have to stop. I think we're circling it. This definitely feels good down here. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like this bottom portion of the water crystal definitely looks good. I kind of like what's going on here. It definitely feels more oceanic. But maybe we do something completely crazy next time and like erase all of this and start from scratch. I know this feels good by itself, but with our new design, I don't think it's working as well. I think we're gonna have to start from scratch. So we'll do a backup so that we at least have this to fall back on. Do not erase it even if you plan to start over. Oh yeah, well, we'll have a backup then. I'll make a backup so that this remains intact, and then we'll like go crazy. But yeah, we are definitely getting close. You know what's funny is that purple we added down here actually looks really good. Do better? Yes, trust me. Okay, so we didn't get to the storyboarding tonight, but that's okay. I had a lot of fun working on this water crystal with you guys, and I think we've made a lot of good progress on it. I feel like we're definitely in the ballpark of where it needs to be. The crystal has shattered, hero. Do you have a backup? You should have made a backup. Yes. Oh, Okay, so we're gonna do this quickly because I'm already 15 minutes over my allotted time that I gave myself tonight. So we're gonna pick a winner of the raffle tonight. So I'll give you guys 1 extra minute. If you haven't already, !raffle to get your name into the raffle. I'm giving away a free, what I call a street sketch. Basically a street sketch is like a loosey-goosey sketch, kind of like what you see here over in the earth crystal and the wind crystal. So it's a loosey-goosey sketch, and then I'll come in and do like this really cool stylized spray paint color of your Sona, like behind the sketch layer. And it kind of is reminiscent of like 90s street art. So yeah, if you guys haven't got your name into the raffle, it's !raffle in the chat. I'll give you guys about 1 more minute, and then we will draw a name, and then we'll unfortunately have to call it for the night. The crystals are looking good. Thank you, PB. I'm loving them so far. Yeah, maybe this is actually good that we have to stop here. Maybe taking inventory, sitting on it, coming back to it next week, see what we're feeling about the water crystal. Maybe we'll come up with a way to finally capitalize on the cohesion of the water crystal. Oh, let me back this up. Yeah. I skipped the tutorial. Yeah, luckily with Project Loaf there will be no tutorial. It'll be like more or less good luck, have Batman. Don't die while you're exploring. Anyways, okay, so there is it looks deep. Yeah, see, that's kind of what I was going for. Like once you guys said ocean, good luck, have Batman. Yeah, I forget where I heard that. I heard it from somebody like years ago. This was way before I started streaming. It was probably one of my cousins, and it always like stuck with me because I thought it was so goofy. Okay, so let's draw the winner. So !winner, here we go. Drum roll. I'm not gonna do drum roll. Well, let's do it. Oh, Pichu! Oh my goodness, Pichu! Congratulations on winning the half body street sketch raffle. So let me. I know Pichu has already gone to bed, so I'll have to DM him. Rigged. Don't worry, you guys. There'll be more opportunities for our art raffle. Like if you look down here, our next art raffle. Wait, what does that say? Current upgrade headshot pencil sketch. So right now it's a pencil sketch. So at the end of June, depending on how many tickets, so the tickets that we earn throughout the month is what determines the what I do. Is it even entered? Oh my goodness, Olivard. Okay, so let me. Oh, I won't be able to message him tonight, but I will hopefully remember to message him tomorrow. Yeah, Pichu, if you're watching this on the VOD channel, congratulations, you won. You guys, remind me tomorrow. Like, ask me if I message Pichu about him winning. And then I will directly message him. Because knowing me, I'll totally forget. Anyways, I'm like staring into a blank void right now. Let me actually like snap out of it. Like, no bed yet. Let's raid on over to somebody. All right, let's see who's online. Not too many. Oh, I mean, I guess it's Pizza Friday Eve. That would make sense. There will be more people streaming tomorrow because it's the start of the weekend. Let me quickly go. Wait, did I save that as a reference? I did. Okay, cool. So let's go to Furry Watch. See if there's anybody. Amazing stream. Thank you, Julian. I know tomorrow my throat will probably, my voice and throat will probably feel it from all the like. Dude, the flower thing is gonna haunt me. Like getting that high pitched. Let's see, who is streaming what? I see one person doing a game that I really love. And not... Oh. Wait a minute. Let me take a look. I have two potential raid targets here. We'll see. You know what? I've made up my mind. We recently raided to him, but he's playing a game that I truly adore, which is Final Fantasy VII. So we're gonna raid over to our good buddy SK, who is doing Final Fantasy VII at the moment. So let me get the raid set up here so that we can have a grand old time. As per usual on our streams, we'll use our send notes emotes. What makes a water crystal? A water crystal. There we go. What makes a water crystal a water crystal? That'll be our raid message. Oh, SK! Yes, SK. So that'll be our raid message tonight, since we are currently trying to figure out that problem. So if you guys don't have our emotes, feel free to use the second one, which is always going to be global emotes. With that being said, oh wait, hold on. Oh, wait a minute. He's vibing. He is vibing in the save menu. Hold on, I didn't even realize this, but he might be ending soon. Hang on. What is he doing? I always get worried when I see a streamer like chilling in a save screen. That usually means like, hey, we're gonna be ending soon. Okay, SK, what are we doing? Minty! Minty, hello, how are you doing? Okay, he's getting out of the save menu. It looks like he's messing with materia. Okay, I'm gonna chance it. I'm gonna risk it. If we have to stop the raid midway through, I'll stop it. But all right, you guys, I gotta get to bed. I'm already over time. Tomorrow's gonna be crazy for me. Hopefully, not a lot of kiddos stay after school since you know, it's the last day of school. Almost 3 a.m. and my body refuses to let me sleep. Oh no, Minty! No! Dude, I've had those days. Oh, he's getting to a good part here. Oh, he's getting to a good part. Okay, good. This is a great time to raid over to him. Alright, you guys. SK is playing the OG Final Fantasy VII. Tomorrow we're going to be playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. We're going to be continuing our journey of more world side quests. So I look forward to it with you guys tomorrow. For now, I'm going to get to bed because I got to get into work early tomorrow because it's a minimum day and it's going to be hectic. I'll tell you guys all about it tomorrow once we get streaming again. So until then, you all have a wonderful night's sleep. Keep being awesome. Keep being floofy. Love you guys. Catch you guys in tomorrow's episode at the Star Park. See you then. Get some good night's sleep if it is nighttime for you. If not, have a great rest of your day. Where's my button? Oh no. Oh, there it is. Bye everyone. Love you guys.